you don't get to go out to the tree and pick those off that easily. Those are rare to find, but they're worth it.
Welcome to AMC. I'm Dr. Greg Miller. We're in a series on associate practices, and today we're going to cover determining the need with Tom Owen. Let's get started.
The subject at hand is associate practicing. And when I was asked to talk about the need behind associate practicing, obviously my mind goes where your mind goes to, which is increased revenue, increased patient volume, maybe a reduction of your time commitment. All of those factors are things that we all want to think about. But when I was asked to talk about the greatest need in associate practicing, I look back over the decades and I can clearly see that the greatest need that's out there when it comes to lead practitioners hiring associate practitioners is the fact they need a purpose or a basis in that relationship. Because if the basis is that the associate comes in thinking they're doing you a favor for working for you, and they think in their mind they're worth so much more than the lead practitioner recognizes, or the lead practitioner is hiring them simply to make more money or to free their time up, that is going to clash. And what's going to happen is the young practitioner is going to end up not developing to the level that we need our young generation to grow into. And the lead practitioner is going to end up losing a lot of money because associate practicing is a different type of business. Clearly understand that. If I can share anything with you on that, understand that associate practicing is a different animal. That you are not going to go out and find the cream of the crop, right? The people that aren't just looking for a job, they're looking for a career. They want to be developed. You don't find those, you don't get to go out to the tree and pick those off that easily. Those are rare to find, but they're worth it because when you hire the wrong one for the wrong reason to fill the wrong need, then it's sure to create a demise of that relationship in short order. And that's what we see. When you look back at it over the years, there is a long trail of carnage of young chiropractors that have been taken advantage of. They don't develop. And the fact is, most of those associates, most of those young practitioners are, they don't ever reach their potential in this profession. Many of them never ever experience what it's like to have a solo owned practice because of their experience as an associate. So the key is, what's your reason? What's your why behind hiring the associate in the first place? If you don't have your mind right that you want to pass on information, that you want to create and develop a legacy in the profession, and you don't want to help our younger generation, if that's not the key and it's just about taking advantage of them, then not only is it not going to work out for the young practitioner, neither is it going to work out for the lead practitioner because you're going to get the bottom of the barrel. See, you got to remember there's only a certain size market out there of people that are even looking to associate. And you're not going to get the person that's of high caliber. That's the only reason they're not opening on their own in their own practice most of the time is because they either are seeking out knowledge or two, they can't get the financing to get open. So there's only a small percentage of those that are even considering associate practicing to select from to get the right one. And I'll assure you, if you're just hiring to take advantage of, then the relationship doesn't work. We can talk about, patient levels, you want to increase patient visits. We can talk about compensation. We can talk about the factors that most associates cost you money for the first year, right? They're going to cost you money if you don't know this. If you're looking into hiring an associate, just understand the associate's going to cost you money for at least the first 12 months as they are developed. And if there is no plan for development and there's no real basis of that relationship, then it's going to end ugly. It's going to cost you a lot of money, and it's going to cost the young practitioner a lot of confidence and time that they may or may not have. So again, I just wanted to take a few minutes to share with you, invest in the need. The greatest need in associate practicing is for the lead practitioners to understand the why. Don't be the next doctor, don't be that next person out there that takes advantage of another young chiropractor. That's why we have the reputation, chiropractors have the reputation of eating their own young. Why is that? Simply, typically because the relationship is not based on a core set of values, and there's no authentic relationship there. We starve for authenticity in this world, especially these days. And when that associate comes in and you're authentically wanting to develop and help and lead that associate onto a greater life, and not try to take advantage of them for as long as you can. If you can understand that you bring them up underneath your wing and you develop them into, you have to understand that an associate practicing, it typically is not there permanently. If you're doing it properly, it's going to be a 2 to 3, maybe 4-year process that they're going to go out and go after their own dreams and aspirations, just as you did, just as I did. We all need to understand that everyone deserves that opportunity. And if we're developing them, then we can leave a legacy in this profession rather than a reputation, right? It takes a lifetime to develop character and a legacy. It takes a moment to get a reputation. And what we don't want is the wrong type of reputation of that you're known to take advantage of chiropractors and not take care of them. Work on your whys. If you can work on your why and understand that, I think you're going to find yourself attracting a better quality associate. You're going to have better experience with that relationship. And in the end, you're both going to prosper greatly. Hope you found this informative. Again, AMC is always here to help because we are here to help chiropractors, which means we're here to help you.
Thanks for joining us today. We've got regular webinars that go into even more detail on this topic. Check the description for more ways to get our content and sign up. If you'd like more information about AMC and how it might help your practice, you can always reach us at www.amcfamily.com.